Ron Devine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always. So guys, today I wanted to talk to you guys about stop being critically minded. And it's going to be maybe a little bit more of a serious type of a topic, not my usual train your brain or something along those lines, but we're going to get into that right after this. Alright guys, welcome back. So yeah, today I want to talk to you guys about critical-minded people and what that causes in your life, where it comes from, and what it's doing to you and everyone else around you. Alright? So let's stop and think about this. Right now, people here in the USA are more critically minded than I've ever seen in the history of our great country, or at least the 49 years that I've been around. And it's all caused, well, I don't know if it's all caused by, but a lot of it comes from this impeachment process that's going on with Donald Trump. But what I'm looking at is I'm seeing people's lives that are being ruined through this. And people don't realize what's really going on in their lives. They don't understand that they're being critical on either side. I don't care what side you're on, right? If you go on social media, you're going to have fanatics for one side, you're going to have fanatics for the other side. And there's very little in between. And I'm seeing friends that are no longer friends because they are critical of what either Donald Trump is doing or he's not doing, or depends on if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican. And what's really happening here is we have a world or a country that's divided because we're very critical at this moment. We're saying he's bad or he's good. And we're not taking into account that that is not affecting your life in any way, shape, or form. You are not becoming a better person whether Donald Trump was right or wrong, whether you like him or you don't. It doesn't make you a better person. And yet, here we are as individuals who should be loving one another, and we're being critical of other people. It's broken up families, friends, some cases even spouses. You know, I mean, when you really stop and think about where does this critical mind come from? Well, the critical mind is usually at its core a part of you that you want to give to the world or give to people, your mind, right? Because you're insecure within yourself. You know, when you look and you judge another person, when you judge somebody off of what you perceive, let me say that again, what you perceive to be right or wrong, you are usually doing it based off of a mindset that you have developed or that you have been entrapped in this day and age is even a more literal term for it, because realistically you are being fed day and night. Anytime you're on your computer, your phone, the TV, you're being programmed to believe whatever it is that they want you to perceive, right? And so when you stop and look at what's going on, it's usually based off of an insecurity within yourself. That's the reason you need to judge somebody else, right? And what people don't realize is when you really boil it down and you get into it and you get your mind clear and you stop looking at who's right or who's wrong, because once again, it doesn't affect your life. It does not directly affect your life in any way, shape, or form, because no one else has control over your destiny but you. I don't care where you live, what's going on in the world, what country you live in, you determine your altitude. You are the only one that is a master of where you are and where you can be. Okay? So most of the time, we are so critical within ourselves that we have to get over that pain of being critical to ourselves, that we want to lash out irrationally. We want to take the pain that's within us and direct it to somewhere else. Instead of stepping up to the plate and saying, wait a second, let me fix me before I judge or I'm critical about somebody else. You know, when you really look at what's going on right now, especially with this whole fiasco that's happening, people are not taking responsibility for themselves. And guys, you need to understand that you have a sense within you that is trying to tell you that you need to make some changes, that you need to do something. Anytime somebody is critical of somebody else, anytime somebody is putting somebody else down, it's because of their own insecurities. And when you really stop and look at what's happening, how many people are insecure? You can say, oh no, Ron, well, he's a bad person. I don't give a rat's butt if he's a bad person. I didn't care if Obama was a bad person or the president before them or whatever. They cannot determine who I am as an individual. But what I need to do is I need to look within. I need to find out why I'm so critical on myself that I have to lash out at other people to make myself feel better. And that's what's really happening here. And you don't realize what's going on is when you see somebody talking about anybody else, it's always because they have an insecurity within themselves that they need to dispel onto somebody else, that they need to see other people in pain, that they need to blame other people for what's really going on in their heart and in their minds. And we as individuals need to stop talking bad about anybody else. I don't care if it's the president, if it's the guy down the street, if you look at somebody that has maybe some mental issues and you judge them based off of, oh, well, they can't be smart. You know, when you look and you do things like that, you are only hurting yourself. How can you be blessed when you're critical? You cannot be successful in life, mentally at least. You might be able to do it financially because the laws are the laws that God put in play, right? But you cannot be blessed mentally and physically when you are putting out hate, criticism, when you are talking bad about other people. Because everything that you're thinking, all those thoughts, guys, they're going into your subconscious mind, right? They're going in there, and all of a sudden it is just feeding and feeding and feeding, and you get these mental pictures about, oh, well, he's bad, or oh, he's great. It ain't about him. This is the thing you got to understand. We got to get past our stinking thinking. We got to get past that critical nature and understand that something is not right within. If I have to criticize somebody, it's because something's not right here. So what do I need to do when I find myself trying to go, wait a second, you know, he's right, she's right, he's wrong, whatever, I need to go, wait a second. Let me slow down. Let me find out what the root of this is. Because it is not them that is the problem. It's me and the way I perceive things, right? Once again, perception. You hear me talk about it all the time. If you change your perception, you will change your life, right? So when you see yourself being critical, you hear somebody else being critical, you need to stop and say, wait a second, what am I doing? Hey, buddy, listen. I get it, you don't like them, that's great. What I want you to do is I want you to find out within yourself why you don't like this person. I want you to really dig deep inside yourself and find out where that crucial mindset is and destroy it, because all it's doing is hurting you. You are the master of your destiny. Not Donald Trump, not the person down the street, not your mother, not your father, not your friend, not your sister or brother. You determine where you go in life. And when you have a critical mindset, guys, you're only hurting yourself. And no, I can't say that. You're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting everyone else around you, whether you realize it or not, because they got to listen to you. They have to ingest your toxins. Stop and think about it. Now ask yourself this. If someone came over and started talking about your husband and your wife, your mother, your brother, your sister, how would you feel? Would you feel happy that they did that? No, you'd probably be pretty pissed off, right? So then why do you in turn go and do it about another individual, another human being that God created? You know, oh, well, their religion is so-and-so. Who cares what their religion is? It doesn't determine who you are. You determine your destiny. Your attitude determines your altitude, right? We all heard that probably our whole lives. Your attitude determines your altitude. So guys, today, I want you to sit down. I want you to realize that, wait a second, if I am doing this, if I'm being critical-minded, then I need to change. I need to find out what's in me that needs to be fixed. The world can do whatever it wants, but I am in control of this. And guys, when you do that, you'll find out that you have a lot more peace in your heart. You have a lot more love to give. You have the ability to be a light in such a dark world right now, where hatred and criticism is running wild. Do you want your kids growing up in a world that is more critical than ours right now? Where there's more hatred, there's more anger, there's more murder? All of that stems from being critical. It all starts right here. So guys, hope you got something out of this. I want you to put this into practice. Anytime you find yourself being critical, getting angry, find out what's wrong within you. And then you can look at things a little bit differently. You can be a better person. You can be the best version of yourself that you can be. As always, guys, here to give you the spirit of increase, because I know if I give you that spirit of increase, you will change your perspective. And if you change your perspective, you will change your life. And that way there, we can change this world one person at a time. As always, guys, make sure you create yourselves a fabulous day.